I doubt anyone believe you that a disgraced senator out in the wilds has anything particularly to offer the Empire. I wish to prove them wrong. But go ahead, discuss amongst yourselves, and perhaps we can talk more in the morning.
Well, thank you for your time.
And patience.
And wine. The wine was good.
It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. Where should you get... No, sorry.
Right, I have other things to deal with this evening, apparently. Pen, prepare to outfit them in the morning and let them back. Go ahead, we'll speak more over breakfast.
We all leave, tail between our legs.
So, as the four of you, plus Conley, leave Tide's office, guards to either side, Pen Hearth looking at you walk ago before shutting the doors. What do you do, players? The night is yours.
Well, it looks like we're going to Orvos.
Are we?
I think it's our only option.
Yeah, I think we should take you home.
Also, there were only 3 of the wards in the bedroom when I went and picked up Conley.
Yeah, that's okay. Tamlin's okay.
They'll turn up.
Okay, well...
Look, they came and visited us when we were on our girls' night out.
Yeah, I'm only worried that if they don't get back to us unfound, then we might end up back in the cells. Because I didn't mention that there was a ward roaming around.
So you all did sell the little fib that Tanwyn was feeling unwell this evening and was staying in their room. So last you all checked, that door was still shut, I believe.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I have faith that they won't get found. They're pretty good at sneaking up on people. I mean, they could be here now. Who knows?
So tempted to, hey guys.
No.
Jack, go with your impulse.
Or they go, I'm not here.
This is where we were having.
This is your so this is the corridor. So I'm saying you're walking away, and I will say that you are being followed at a further distance, but it's kind of back to the maybe not the cordial attitudes that you got straight up. Early, maybe an hour or so ago, but more akin to the sort of wary of who these people are walking around the keep, but they're not walking shoulder to shoulder with you.
I think we should go back to the bedrooms and discuss it with Enya.
Yes. And well done, Conley. Well handled in there.
Thank you. It's one thing to have a possibility confirmed for you by someone who is used to daggers in the dark. So, seems our activities have not gone unnoticed.
And how do you feel about going to Orvos?
Well, I certainly still feel happier knowing that there might be certain elements of the Empire that may be looking out for us, as opposed to the ones here, by the sound of things. Might have had quite enough of the wilds. It's been a good wilding-ish, and I would like to talk to my compatriots.
Yes, let's find them and give them an update. I'll let you share your news when you're ready.
Very well.
Okay, so you head back to your quarters, yes? Okay. You are in one of the sort of... you chose to be doubled up into the twin rooms that you're all in, but they're along the same sort of corridor, and there's no one else in there. So there's a door at one end, a door at the other, and at this point you do see that there is a guard at one end of on the doorway, and then a guard on the other, but they're not sort of outside your doors, as it were, and you venture up to the rooms that have been selected as the 4 for you.
Shall we congregate in one and have a group discussion?
Sure.
You're welcome in mine.
How about we wait in Tanwen's room so that if they return, we're all in the same place?
Yes, very well.
Fine.
Okay. You return to into Tanwyn's room. Now, where was Tanwyn staying?
Tanwyn is staying with me and with Flint.
With Flint, okay. You head into that room and you find the two of them. Flint and Enya are both sat on the table, on the beds, sort of just like they would have been talking across the way to each other. And as you come in, hello everyone. Oh, we're all coming in, are we?
Yes, we've had quite an evening.
Do either of you have any way of contacting Tanwyn? We just need them back here. We want to discuss something with all of you.
No means to. I thought they were feeling unwell.
Yeah. Yes.
They've got the sickness. The sneaky sickness.
It's at this point you see Flint just go, head in hands, familiar, and then you're like, well, then they will probably be back when it suits them.
I'm sure they'll turn up.
They won't get caught. We're fine. I think wherever we go, Tanwyn will be cool. Whatever we decide, I think they'll be cool. They give you that vibe.
Good. Solid grounds. Solid evidenced grounds.
Yeah.
A sure-gone conclusion. Fantastic. I like to work on Mars and maybes. Anyway, group discussion.
We've had some interesting revelations come to light.
Yes, plot twist.
Yes, quite.
She's not who she says she is.
She's been lying to us all.
I
So
never
should we talk about
lied.
that?
I never lied. I simply didn't tell you exactly where I was from. I'm sorry, I don't know where you're from.
The big
I don't know
reveals-
your family history.
The big reveals always come in the later acts of the play.
What has also come to light is that the four of you seem to be dissidents.
I'm so proud of you. There's no greater mark of your work being important than the government tries to have you killed.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, apparently you're placed with us, sent out into the world so that you may die.
Tactic.
Okay. Oh, shit. So the wisdom saving throw is just thrown there. Enya rolled a natural 20 and Flint rolled a natural 15. So both are just a bit... They clock this information, and Enya in particular is unfazed by the sort of reality that hits. Flint has a sort of moment, but sort of gathers himself in this company.
Start having a think about how many friends you have, who you might be able to call on.
Out here, not many.
Anywhere would be a good start.
Well, here's the thing. We have been asked to take some goods to Orvos, and it has been indicated to us that that is the safest place for you as well.
We're smuggling. We're smuggling revolutionary goods.
And you, potentially, if you'll come with us.
And Enya at that point says, also those, to the revolutionary goods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, you don't have many friends out here, and Enya, you're competent. Flint, I don't want to get you into any situation that you feel uncomfortable in right now, given your oath. And so the best way that we can look after you is for you to stay with us, and we can get you to somewhere safe. And Orvos seems to be the place for that.
Some new names might help. Maybe a haircut.
Enya says, that may be tricky. But their hair is mostly on fire. Well, if we are to think about where we would be best suited, perhaps Orvos is the best place for us. Easy enough to hide in plain sight, as it were. Out here, well, I think that was the reasoning that we came behind stone walls, was it not? Mm-hmm. We were stationed into Orvos before being ferried out here on our way to you in the first place, so unless everyone in the Empire suddenly doesn't like us...
We've been assured that you have friends there.
By who? Who would know who my friends are?
Not your personal friends.
Not so much friends, but that it's given the circumstances, the wilds are far more dangerous as the Empire or to put it bluntly, has less witnesses.
I would agree. So what do you suggest we do? What is your plan?
Well, I don't think there's much hiding for me in Orvos. That's the only issue.
I think that would probably play against the power of our hand. I think, unfortunately, it might be time to make up for the deceit by using the weight of your name for the good of the troop, the rep, the company.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to work quite hard to prove to us that you're working with us and not against us.
Hey, listen. It's okay. I think she's on our side.
You think she's on our side?
Well, we've all got secrets.
She's the daughter of the Viceroy. Just got a gut feeling about this, have you?
If she was happy where she was, why would she have run away?
Precisely. Thank you, Al.
I don't know. Why would you run away?
Complicated reasons.
Oh, complicated reasons.
Would you like to sit down and tell me all
We're not
about...
talking about me right now, we're talking about you.
Yes, and we didn't all sit down and have circle time and go through our family history, did we?
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm not the daughter of the person who is responsible for ruining a lot of lives.
And I'm no longer there, am I?
We are not responsible for the sins of the father, or legal guardian or mother, or...
Then we could use this to our advantage. I know how you feel, Aelwyn, I do. But she is a valuable companion.
Perhaps Viseara of Orvos had been kidnapped and has been rescued by a band of merchants who are now looking for passage back to Orvos. And to say thank you to the merchants that have rescued her, she has come with us and will ask her parents' favour to grant us access into the city.
It's worth a try.
I suppose it can work.
I'll come up with names for everyone and backstories.
You make any move,
Relationships.
anything, and I will make sure that you can't hurt anyone.
Yes, very well.
And maybe we should have some circle time later, another time.
Perhaps. Tit for tat.
Any more for any more? Charges?
They sort of stay quiet for a moment, but Flint just goes, thanks. You didn't have to. I appreciate it.
Well, we've been through a lot together. And you've proven yourself.
We'll see. Sort of slight hauntedness has befallen Flint since the bothy.
Flint, I'm going to make you smile, little boy. I'm going to put that glint back in your eye. With a little jib, a little joke. I'm going to find out if you're ticklish, you know what I mean? Get you back into the land of the living.
He stands up and to his full height and walks over. He's like more than double your height.
Slow down or you walk over me.
And he just kneels down and he gives you a hug. And he just has this massive arm around you. Like two little fingers, which are like these, like...
My feet are like off the ground.
Yeah. And he just goes, "You're funny." And like gives you a little...
I could do romantic parts as well. Like an odd man smile.
What are you going to do with the rest of the evening? Is it settled down? Are there any more conversations to be had this evening as night falls?
Gosh, I mean, I think we stay away from rest. I think we've pissed everybody else off.
Yeah.
Let's just stay in our rooms.
That's something I'd quite like to do.
Here we go.
That second door that I couldn't get open. That bastard door.
Back into the secret passageway.
Where is the great axe?
No, Aelwyn's going to go outside and speak to the guard at the end of the corridor, completely transparency, and say, I've had an invitation from Sir Alistair. I'd like to go and visit him, if that's okay. Could you take me to where he is, please? Or can I go and look for him?
No, I will take you there. No problem at all.
Have you told us where you're going?
No. I've just said I've got go and see someone.
Not suspicious.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
Viseara rolls her eyes like, I'm the suspicious one.
Are you telling me you have friends in this building that we didn't call on 5 minutes ago when I basically laid open my veins to have you free from yourself?
No, it's just it's a elf thing.
Right.
Sure.
I suppose I'm just too short to understand.
Well, you're
Careful.
no,
Careful. There we
Yeah.
go.
not an elf though. So it's just elf. I mean, if you want to come, but it's probably boring elf stuff. So, and she just leaves.
Okay. Anyone going with? All right. Al goes to bed. You two heading to bed as well? So you sort of leave. You walk past Enya, who's like, Lady Orphos.
Don't call me that.
So, heading off to see Alistair. You are led through the castle, well, the keep, to a different area, very much like a different part of the keep. It seems as if stabling is not the word I mean. Lodgings have been procured for everyone in different places. But as you are led sort of back to the central staircase and up again, but over to very different side to where you met with Tide, you get to a large like single door in a doorway. There are guards here, but they're further away from the doors.
Sure.
Yeah, more just sort of like on a junction point rather than like directly outside the door. But this guard sort of says, "On your leave."
I knock on the door.
You knock on the door. A few moments later, the door opens, and you see Alistair out of the sort of suit that he was wearing. And I don't want to say like elf pajamas, but because I think that's the wrong idea.
Scrooge. Like an Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah. It is closer to monk vestments, I think.
Sure.
As soon as you open the door, it is like candlelight in there, and the scent of subtle incense just washes from the room. Ah, welcome.
Thanks.
After you.
Shut the door. Look, we're quite a rural family where I'm from. So sleep cycles are probably quite different where I'm from. So do you want to talk me through it? Just so that I'm, doing the right thing.
Make a deception check with the stankiest of disadvantage.
Yeah. It's already not good. Oh, it's even worse. That is a 6. That is a solid 6.
Okay.
She's having a bad day.
Not going your way.
Not having a good day. You look into the chamber and you look around and you see there is a circle that has been marked out with sort of a kneel pad on one side and one placed opposite. There are and there's like incense in the middle and a small line, like a small bowl of sand at various places. But like it seems like this is sort of a travel set, but also like a fair set to bring with you wherever you go. But it's as you sort of walk in and you say this, and he's like, "I think we need to be a little honest with each other at this point. You were not raised with our traditions at all, were you?"
How did you deduce that?
Pretty much everything that you've said.
Right.
And not to judge by one's appearance, but your constitution and sheer size is quite impressive for one of our heritage.
Oh, right.
I mean this is fullest of respect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Let us talk before we meditate.
Do we have to? Okay. Yeah, fine.
Well, if you do not wish to...
Let's.
I think your mind is busy and this will be difficult if you cannot let go. Talk to me, Aelwyn. Please. Kneel. He sort of gestures to the other kneeling pad.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
I do that sort of reluctantly, but kind of like, okay, well.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
I'm curious, just your story. What has led you here? That you have so far away from our traditions, of which so many of us, though not all, define our place amongst the shorter-lived.
I was a foundling, and I was raised by lots of different folk and traditions and heritages, the place that I come from. So I grew up around dwarves, and there were no elves, and bear people, and orcs, and every type of person imaginable, genasi, you know. There was a troll for a bit. Yeah. And so I know a lot about a lot of different cultures.
An amalgamation of sorts?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you know of the traditions that brought our people to these lands?
I don't.
If you don't mind me asking, if you haven't chosen a name yet, how old are you? And you say you were a foundling. When was this?
I think somewhere between 70 and 90, but it's hard to know.
And when were you found?
About 70 odd years ago, maybe more.
His eyes practically just there, and you just get a deep sense of sorrow. A true infant abandoned.
I'm not sure there was much choice. I don't know if it was necessarily an abandoning. I think I was picked up out of necessity. But honestly, I don't know.
What brings you to my door? I must have surprised you greatly this evening with my talk of protocol, ritual, heritage. I knew you were lying of sorts and that you were certainly uncomfortable. It has been some time since I have stepped on these shores. I wondered if tradition had brought things longer in the time it has been since I was last here.
I haven't met many elves in my life, so I was interested in what you had to say, and I was hoping you wouldn't see through it all. Clearly, there's more to being an elf than I thought.
Perhaps. And yet it's what we make it.
I've done all right so far.
It looks it. Well done.
Thanks.
What is it that you want now, Aelwyn?
I want to know what this is. What's this? Could you take this everywhere with you?
I have a travel pack with me. Yes.
You have a travel pack.
He looks over to one side, and there is a lot more stuff and one pretty small pack.
You have a lot of stuff.
It's easy enough to carry.
Okay. And what's it for? You said sleep cycle. What's that? I mean, I just lie down for a few hours and then get up again, and that's sleep, right?
Sleep? You still slumber?
Well, no, I more worry. I more just sort of focus out for a few hours and think about the things that went wrong, and then wake up again and sit watch. Or
when I was a boy, when I first came here, we were taught together to rejuvenate ourselves, and the strength of the group was my strength as an individual. We would meditate together and guide each other to rest and recuperation. I offer you my circle to assist in that. Perhaps we can begin with some basic meditations to help ease the clutter and stop the behavior of worry.
That'd be great, I'd love that.
Maybe this we can do. The one other thing I would say is, do you want this in your life? Is it important to you to know what physically made you? Because it seems as if you've done plenty fine on your own.
I'd like to know if I'm missing out on anything.
Very well. We shall begin at the basics. And he sort of gestures to the sand bowl, and you just begin to go through some very basic meditations, ways and structures to ease the thoughts, which I think for you may be fast and frequent and heavy. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check with advantage as you are being guided.
Oh, I'm glad it's with advantage. Oh no, it's still a 6.
Okay. The first chapter in this does not go easily to you. A lot of what Sir Alistair talks about when he's in instructing mode, he's quite a taskmaster. He is efficient, effective, and he doesn't take... He's not... I wouldn't say it's unkind, but it is directorial. And there are points where you feel like you should be getting it, and yet it doesn't, and the thoughts come in, and you can just feel your shoulders are still like up here, like, and he's like, just let the sand go, and like you're like, like that kind of thing. So your first attempt doesn't go particularly according to plan. He then goes, when I asked you of your chosen name earlier, it is a custom. A marking of childhood being left and adulthood claimed. You say Aelwyn was a given name.
Yeah, it was, I lived with a dwarf for quite a long time, and it was an elvish name that she knew. I think she had a friend once, and we lived in the woods quite a lot, so the berries were around, and...
In the culture that I came from, and which is more familiar to me from the eastern parts of Adrastia, the ritual of claiming one's adult name is a marker of adulthood. It is a name that you have chosen for yourself, and as a path that is for you alone, not what someone else has dictated for you. When I asked you earlier, have you chosen your name, it was to understand whether you were emotionally or culturally still in adolescence or not.
I mean, I would say I've been around for quite a long time.
Compared to me,
well,
significant time left to come. If this is a ritual or a routine or a part of our culture that you may wish to claim upon yourself, if someone were to ask you that, you may choose whether you have chosen a name or you are not going to choose a name.
Are there repercussions to not choosing?
Only for your soul.
Ooh, okay. Gosh.
If it is unnecessary, your soul won't need it. But many see it as a rite of spiritual passing.
Can I think about it?
Of course. We are gifted with time, unlike others.
Yeah, I've got that.
Let us finish our practice. And he begins to guide you through another set of meditations. Go again.
Come on, please. It's a 5. This is going so badly. It's 11. Wait, plus what? Plus 1,
Wisdom.
12.
12, okay. Not horrific.
Bit better.
Better. It's the breath. It's the breath work that when he begins to guide you through that kind of expelling the tension and allowing yourself to listen to other people in the circle, to smell the incense, to be present in the now. It's that moment when you clock yourself as like, oh, I've not been thinking for, I've not been, oh, now I am thinking. But you begin to notice the, I have been just present with my breath. And you sort of clock yourself and open your eyes, and you just see Alistair looking up, sort of a wry grin before he closes his eyes again. And I will say, if you wish to stay here, you may meditate for the next 4 hours and go through your long rest.
Hell yeah.
All right.
They'll be fine. Everyone else will be fine. There are 3 adults there. The kids are competent. It's fine.
Sure.
We've not been told where our friend's going, and then she doesn't come back for 4 hours. I don't think we'd ever...
They won't worry about it.
Anything.
Very well. Okay, so you head off, and that is how you spend your beginning of your meditation for the first time as a joint action. Rest of players, is there anything that you are looking to do as the rest of the night really settles?
I think if Viseara's alone in her room, if Enya hasn't come back yet.
Not yet.
I think she goes to the window. She grasps her brooch. She looks out and she says, "My goddess, I know that you instructed me to leave Orvos, and now it looks like I'm going to have to return. Can you give me a sign? Is this what I should do? Just please speak to me. I'm confused. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what it is that you want from me."
A low rumble of stormy sky.
Great. Very helpful. Thank you. She just goes to her bed, lies down.
Lies down. Boys?
2 things. 1, we should ask the guard where Aelwyn's gone, just to make sure that she didn't just, disappear or run away. Read some more doors. A jib. And then I think we should probably play a round of rummy with the little wards. Are they wards anymore? I think we're a bit beyond that. I think they're just friends now. Roll up.
Okay, fine. All right, sure. You set up a card game with the 2. I will say you go back into the room without who wants to play rummy, and Tanwyn is just lying on the bed, being like, "Yeah, I'll play."
I'm gonna go. You scared the shit out of me. I thought you were dead. Right there.
Yeah. Okay. I will say you begin this play.
Love Tanwyn.
Tanwyn begins to wipe you all clean. You start putting coppers in. You are losing. They are very good.
Every time I lose, I'm happier. I don't know how you're doing this.
Flint is getting more and more fucked off.
Yeah,
it's just like, fuck.
Yes, feel it, Flint.
So I will say between the 5 of you, you begin to Conley as well, 6 of you, and you begin to have a friendly game with them, and it's fun, it's competitive, it's joking, but it's the first time probably in a little bit that people have really you started this evening being like, we're not safe.
Yeah.
We went to a place, we felt safe. Oh, we fucked up. Oh, we kind of okay. Well, at least we've made it to bed. And I will say you can play for however long you like before you begin to settle down. But you all just begin to notice that a storm is beginning to settle over the landscape. You probably wouldn't have wanted to be in a tavern tonight anyway. Stone roofs are quite nice than wooden structures, which may or may not have been maintained to the best of ability. Luckily, you didn't have to find out. But you all settle down for rest? Okay.
Before we do, can we find out from the guard where Aelwyn's gone?
It tells you very well that she went to meet with Sir Alistair.
Elf stuff.
Yeah. Oh, she's gone to see Alistair. Last night in town, I suppose.
is significantly older than her.
And more experience.
Yeah, and you're just like,
Alarming, but fine. Alarming.
So bedtime comes. Viseara. Restless night. Dreams of home. You dream of Artemis. Out there. Still. The last time you saw him running away out in the wilds, this childhood friend, this memory you have, the first time that she spoke to you, that she left you her gift. Troubling dreams. You awake. The window just knocking.
She gets up and goes over to it.
It's the wind.
She opens. Can I open the window? Is it an open window?
You can open the window.
She opens the window.
You open the window, and it's a big storm passing over. It was rattling the window in the latch. But as you look out, make a perception check if you like.
Yes, please. That's a 9.
You look out from your current position. You can't really see too much. You're on the sort of side of the keep. What I will say you do see is that there is plant work around the outside of the window. The wind is swirling and...
Is the plant work strong enough to hold a person if I decided to climb it?
Might be.
Can I? Ooh, well, how far up am I? Am I going to fall to my death if I attempt this?
You're high enough up. So you're on first floor at the beginning.
Can I roll a perception check to see if it would definitely hold me?
A perception wouldn't give that to you. I would allow a nature.
Nature.
If you wish to try and know for certain whether this plant will work.
Well, I'm going to try.
I've never seen a proficiency with a -1 before, but let's find out.
Bards.
That's a 1.
Yeah, it would have been a 2. But it's a 1.
But it's a 1. Nature's not her strong point.
No.
No.
But you look out and you have no idea.
It's a branch.
It's green.
It's green.
It's green.
It's got leaves in it. I like leaves. Plants.
And how far up does it go? Is it like very,
High.
very tall?
Hi.
Oh, look, this would be terrible. It's like Viseara just falls.
We're playing cards. Going,
And Viseara's just like looking out the window going,
Down.
Okay, no, she just sticks her head out and feels the wind. She
Okay.
does not climb.
Okay. Roll a wisdom check.
If only you had sticky frog legs.
Didn't you just say earlier you have featherfall?
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah, I do. I can use my...
And thank you, DM.
I can use my spells, not in a battle.
Yeah, spells don't have to be used in battles, mate.
Yeah, sorry.
It's the benefit of being a spellcasting.
Okay, fine. Scratch that, reverse it. She's going to climb the thing.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Is Featherfall something you can cast in the moment or falling?
It is a reaction spell, I believe.
Okay, let's go acrobatics. So that's a 13.
Okay.
Ooh.
You begin to climb. So you stick out and you go to the sheer wall of a keep. But the storm is your friend. In the same way that, like, your hair pulls free, you know, totally. And as you're beginning to go, you sort of look down. Just before you begin to crawl, you see Enya at the window looking out. It's like, what are you doing?
Trust me. I'm fine.
Really?
Yes,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I need to do this. It's important.
Are you coming back?
Of course.
Are you being truthful?
Yes.
Don't be stupid.
She's
sort of leans back, and you sort of see her sit down and still looking at the window. You begin to climb. Slowly, you creep up the side of the building. The branches at points sort of holding. There's the stem of this is like one of those ones that goes into the brickwork. It attaches in that kind of way. It's not been particularly looked after, but it's not fallen off or anything. You get to the 3rd floor. There's still more to go.
She keeps going.
Roll another check.
That's another 13. No, it's not. Oh, sugar, that's a 10.
10, okay. You struggle to make much ground here, but you sort of hold your ground without falling much. There's a point where you're going up and then boom, 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 and you're sort of holding against the side. Is there anything from your spells that you might be able to use that might help, for example? There are things that you can do to make this easier for yourself?
I mean, there's a gust of wind. Create more wind. I don't think that there is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again if you wish to keep climbing.
I want to keep climbing. I've just gone this far. Come on, dice. Be good to me.
It's better.
Okay, so that's 16.
16, okay. You make up your ground and you're just at the edge. The storm around you is blowing harder. The sky dark. Your your dark vision really the only thing that's pushing you on. But you can feel it on your skin. The way that you can feel the way in which your hair is being pulled, but is almost dancing with it, flicking as if it's in their element.
Is she almost at the top?
Almost there.
One more. Okay, that's 11.
Again, you're pausing at the end, but the wind is getting harder and firmer. It's like it's calling, as if something is building. You're nearly there, but not quite. And there's something happening. Keep going.
Oh.
It's a 9.
Again, you're stuck. The wind now is beginning to get to a point where it is hard. And again, like, you feel like you're almost there. Is there anything you want to do to try and aid this?
I mean, I can cast Gust of Wind. A line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a blast from you in a direction. Well, I guess it could blast against the wind that's pushing against me. Is it pushing me down or up?
It's swirling.
Okay.
It's, you know, those winds which almost like lash at you, and like it's not like a consistent wind. It's like
Tide.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would argue that's a use of a spell.
Can you use it as a propulsion?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I would argue that let's make a spell attack, and just see if you can utilize it in a way to assist you in the climb. Because I wouldn't argue that it exactly does this thing, but let's find out.
Okay.
So roll a d20 and add 6 for you.
So it's a 17.
I would argue that in that you reach out to the storm and thrust it back, which is going to give you advantage on this final push.
Oh, okay, good, good.
So that's a 12.
You reach the very edge and your fingers grip the edge, and you are, I will say, not all the way over, but you're like clambering up as the storm suddenly stops. Calmness. You're in the middle. In this moment, something is happening. As you stand there in the middle of a storm, what do? You're still half off the edge, so you're going to have to scramble up, so there's not as much time as you would want.
Can she scramble though, so she's standing?
Okay. You scramble up, and as you get up, the cycle, the center, the calm in the middle of the storm is venturing past you.
Okay.
You don't have much time. What do?
She's terrified, but she turns. She's got glee on her face. This is taking her right back to that moment when she was like 12. And she just speaks to her goddess. Is this a good sign? Is this a bad sign? Is this you telling me that I should go or I should not go?
As you shout into the middle of this, it's calm. It almost echoes and bounces. doesn't seem to make sense. Like, it's not hard, the edge of this, it's just the wind. Roll a wisdom check for me. Or, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a nat 1. Can I still add 4? Or nat 1 is nat 1?
Cannot.
One.
Why? So annoying.
No
not meant
Your
answers
goddess keeps on
come.
ignoring you, dude.
Right?
Mate.
She doesn't like me.
No answers come. But almost as soon as that hits, the other side hits. It hits you with full, and like you were on the, is it leeward side, protected by the keep from a lot of the winds. You are now standing on the top. I need either some means to keep you, as suddenly this is a big gale which is pushing you, and it's pushing you across a flat surface where you've reached the top. How are you going to stop this from battering you?
I mean, I think that she try and just jump down back onto the branches that she was holding.
You can certainly try. So you're going to try and jump off?
Not jump off, but you know that, like, crouch grab, like...
Oh, against the side that you were up against. Yeah. So it's one of those sort of parapets where you go over and it's like one of those, right?
Just back to where she was.
Where she was climbing?
Yeah, where she was climbing.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics, yeah.
8. They've not been kind to me today.
It's not going your way.
You begin to fall and you are hanging again, and this time you just begin to see strikes a tree. It's circling above and you can almost see the lightning, and it strikes across the sky and then hits the roof. Not far from where you were. You're hanging off the edge as lightning hits the roof. Got to make a choice whether you're going up or down.
Down.
Okay. You drop down. Make me a perception check as you are heading down, which is
9.
easy. As you venture down, just desperately trying to keep away from this stuff, you look up and you see a head leant over the side before it pulls back.
Do I recognise who it is?
Not with a 9.
This is infuriating.
This is horrible.
This is infuriating.
Oh,
So
dear
much
God.
good stuff could have happened, Dice. Okay. I
This is getting harsh now. So that the wind is picking up. You know you've got one more. You can get back to the window from where you are,
Yep.
but you have made your life really difficult if you want to go back up.
I think it would be really, really dangerous to go back up with it, but I've been rolling.
But
Okay. I know.
it would be amazing.
But what would Viseara do?
I know.
would
Well, I know.
Viseara
I
do?
know. Just with Featherfall, is that like would I need to roll for it to see if I actually
No,
manage to
no,
cast
it just
No,
works.
it would work.
Yep.
It would work. Okay, she's going back up. She's going to be like, who the hell is that?
Okay. So now that you, we
The 7 of clubs and 8 of spades. You're flush.
You're changing cards. I can see it. I'm not. They're very much going in the next
Screaming
one.
with the noise of the storm.
Yeah, 6 feet away, Viseara's like banging against the wall.
Meanwhile, in Sir Alice's chamber.
Yeah. It is nice, and you are on the insides of the wall. You're not against the outside. It is like the gentle rumbles of lightning and stuff. It's just something to think of and then let go.
Yeah. Yeah, a cloud enters your mind and you blow it away.
Yeah, softly brushing with a feather.
Yeah.
Back in the gale. You are out and being battered by this thing. Tell me, how do you think you're trying to get back up?
So, are there no branches left anymore? Like, is it come away, or is I can still?
I will say there is possibly a way back up. I'm going to need you to tell me how you're doing it. So, using anything you've got at your disposal, or any other thing, like just rolling acrobatics checks, for example, isn't quite.
No. Like, do I have like little hooks? She doesn't. I mean, are there like kind of holes in the rock, or like, would she be able to almost rock climb and window ledges and use whatever she can?
I will say, from your current
Free
position,
soloing of the
roll
castle.
me a perception check to try and see the route. Like with sort of rock climbing, you want to pick which way you're going.
That's a 21.
Okay. You spy a route.
Okay.
It is within reach, but you're going to have to really go for it, and you might have to risk falling.
Okay. Hey, look, we've come this far.
You feather fall, but it spikes beneath you. So you land very gently on an impaling blade. Not to frighten you or anything.
There
But
we go. Acrobatics.
That's a 13.
Okay, you make progress, but you don't go all the way up. Last check.
Come on.
Only the bard's there to inspire you with
I
his
know.
bardicisms.
This is infuriating. This is a 6.
the plot thickens.
So cool if I just rolled well.
But it'd be so much cooler when it actually happens.
This entire episode is just going to be Viseara attempts to climb a wall.
I know. It's so
This
boring.
building has kicked your ass.
Yeah. It's basically been us against this building for the last 3 episodes.
Us versus architecture. This whole campaign.
Okay, I'm going to give you one lucky check to see whether... You lucky son of a bitch, that was a fucking 20.
Yes.
Okay. As you begin to fall, and you are falling, you shout out. And moving, a body in the wind moves quicker than you thought, gets to you, and grabs you by the arm. And you see the old face of Thesis standing on the roof with an iron-like grip into your forearm. You're going to have to do a lot more of this, because there's not much more I can do here.
Okay, she's scrambling. She's grabbing onto everything that she can possibly grab. Thank you. What on earth are you doing up here?
Well, what do you think? Look at it! Now the question is, and he's sort of shouting over the gale, what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm meant to do. I don't know what it is that she wants from me.
As you are talking, lightning strikes maybe 10 feet from you. The stonework itself sort of mars, and he's like, she's here. She's here.
I don't understand her language, though. Is this good or is it bad?
Talk to her in her words. How does she talk to you?
Through feeling, through wind, through emotion.
Then speak.
Okay,
What do you do?
can I... without using like a spell of gusts of wind or something do I have the power to just use the wind that I have, like the minor wind?
Your wind is all very minor. I will let you use some of the other things that you have at your disposal in ways that aren't necessarily like, strictly speaking, it says this. Like, you tell me, what does Viseara want to do?
Okay, well, I mean, she wants to just send out the biggest gust of wind possible straight up.
Okay, go ahead, mark off another second level spell, and you cast a win again.
Yeah.
Roll me another spell attack as you try to fight a storm with your magic, with who you are.
Oh no.
You've got another slot, don't worry.
Okay, that's a 10.
You throw it up there, and you sort of fight it, and you don't fight the wind enough to blow this, and lightning strikes you. Ooh. You suffer 20 points of lightning damage.
Mama angry.
Check your resistances, I believe.
Oh, I've got defenses against lightning. Lightning resistant.
So 10 points. You have been struck with lightning and it hurts. This is a thing that would have killed another person for sure.
Yep.
And you are scorched, and he's like, no. Fight her. Who is she?
She's just crying at this point.
Yeah.
She's the goddess of gales. She is chaos.
She is a tempest. Fight her.
Okay, she does it again. She musters all of her might to throw everything she has into this massive gust of wind. Come on, dice. Yes! 21! Yeah! No, even more! It's 23!
23. Okay. It strikes down as she throws it up, and the lightning hits your fingers and wraps around your arm, and it's in your heart. And he's like, loose it, as it's like burning you up. What do you do?
Can I channel it and push it outwards?
You launch a lightning bolt from one side of you through your heart and out to another.
Straight into Business's face.
And he's like, yes, good. And again.
She does it again.
Roll me another check.
What is this now? Another gust of wind? No, I've used them all now. She has,
Give me...
she's got shocking grasp. Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock. And that's a cantrip. So I can do many of them.
Uh-huh. Roll again. DC will be higher. Because it is only a cantrip.
Yeah. So that's still +6. No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not 25! Ow!
And as you do this, the lightning strikes again. It hits, and he goes through the movement with you. So it's almost opposite, where you throw your hand out with it. Your hand bursts with lightning before, and it goes and it wraps around your body. It wraps in your hair, which stands up on end as it sparks and throughs you. And he does this with you. He pulls his hand down, and you have redirected lightning. Good.
Thank you.
Yes, I thought she might do something. And apparently you have her eye. Maybe we should get off this roof, huh?
I think so.
I think she might be... And like it strikes again nearby. But he's like, okay, time to move. As you dash away, right? And he's slightly behind. You are running towards a door, which he's like leading to there. And he's slightly behind. On him.
Can I spare the dying? Is he okay?
Pain streaks across his face as lightning still wraps around his body, and he locks eyes with you before throwing his hand to the sky. Let us get inside. As you venture into one of the staircases, and we will break there, and we will see you on the other side. That was Ethan Reed as Sisyphus Jones, Lizzie Wofford as Aelwyn, Rebecca Hansen as Viseara, Ross Green as Aldrich, and Jack Collard as everyone else. The series was recorded by Carlos Baptista de Lima and BlairTan. It was edited and designed by Jack Collard, with additional music and sound designed by Michael Ghelfi Studios. The theme and credits music were composed by Odin Orn Hilmarsen. Fable of Shadow is a Phoenix Fables production, and it was supported by Kayla Delcoure as the company manager, Miranda Barril as the project lead, Calamity as the illustrator, and Vanna Reader, Maz, and Casey Powers as the transcription team. This show is dedicated to Penny. I can't thank you enough, but thank you, Penny. And while we listen to Odin's awesome outro, can I entice you to come join our flock on our Discord? There's a load of exclusive events on their way, live streams on Twitch, interviews with the cast and friends of the show, and much more coming to get involved with. It's an awesome place to be, and we'd love to have you with us. Next episode will be live in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you then.